Good afternoon, sports fans, and welcome to another exciting edition of High School Sports here on your high school sports leader, Oregon Sports Beat. Today, from Walker Stadium at Lents Park, it is 6A Mount Hood Conference Baseball featuring the Central Catholic Rams. The Rams' opponent today, the Nelson Hawks. Hi, everybody. I'm Dave Hall. I'll be doing the play-by-play. Working with me, my broadcast partner, Jack McArthur. Nelson comes into this game. They are fifth in the Mount Hood Conference. 7-5 is their record. 14-7 overall. They're ranked number 22 in the state. The Central Catholic Rams, they are 11-1 in Mount Hood Conference play, and that loss was a bizarre loss. We covered that here a couple of weeks ago when the Rams lost to Barlow 13-0. Rams are 16-3 overall, ranked number 5 in the state. So this is should be a big game. It's an important game for the Central Catholic Rams. They have this game and one more game in conference left to secure outright the Mount Hood Conference title. Jack, this is a matchup of teams that really are competitive in all sports nowadays. We'll see how the Hawks hang with the Rams here in this one.
Absolutely. Should be an extremely entertaining game. Central Catholic, as you mentioned, enter this game with a 16-3 record this season, nearly flawless league record of 11-1, just one league loss. Rams are currently riding an 8-game win streak. Their most recent loss, as you mentioned, a bizarre 13-0 shutout loss at home against Barlow on April 21st, Dave.
You know, Barlow's 8-4, 10-10 overall, and really spanked the Rams that day. Came in, took a big lead in the first, added runs in the second and third. Rams never ever got going, so it's just a strange stat on their resume for this season. But the issue at hand now is the Nelson Hawks. Nelson is going to start pitcher Noah Kovac, and the Rams will start Sam Smith. Umpires down at home plate, shake hands. We're going to get this one going. Thanks for joining us here on Oregon Sports Beat.
Yeah, Nelson, they're 14-7 so far this season with a 7-5 league record. The Hawks, they've been on fire recently with a 4-game win streak. They've won 7 out of their last 10. Those 3 losses came against Clackamas and Sandy. Central Catholic's 1 loss in their last 10, as I mentioned, was a 13-0 shutout loss against Barlow.
Strike. I'll set the Rams defensive for you in just a second. 0-1 the count on Boria.
Smith, a lefty.
There's the ball, hit the third, up with the ball, over to first. Rice to Brown, first out. Ground out, 5-3. Left-handed pitcher Sam Smith into the box, number 3, Cameron Anchi. He's the second baseman. First pitch inside, Rams. Smith on the mound. Jake Pockmeyer behind the plate. Brown at first, Strumming at second. Davis at short. Rice at third. Across the outfield. Captor in left. McKee in center. And Cole Thomas in right. There's the ball hit back to the mound. Off the pitcher. Comes up with it. Smith lobs it over to first. Second out.
Well, it's a quick 2 outs, Dave. Impressive stuff from Sam Smith. Just elite awareness from him. Even though he bobbled it, he retained possession and threw it there in time. So great stuff from Smith.
When you're the pitcher, the object is to knock that ball down. First, if you can catch it, do that. Otherwise, knock it down in front of you. Get it over. This is the number 3 hitter, Jeremiah McCarthy, the left fielder. Swing, foul tip. No balls, 1 strike. Outfield straight away. Ball packed back into the screen. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Smith set. Fires. Ball popped way up.
Way up there.
First baseman calls for it. Underneath it, Wyatt Brown with the catch. 3 up, 3 out. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the first.
Great communication with the Rams there. It's not easy to see that ball, and it's glistening in the sun, is it, Dave?
Glistening, I like it.
Gleaming.
For the Nelson Hawks. Kovac the pitcher for the Nelson Hawks. Kovac the pitcher, Gradwell the catcher. Miller at first base, Anchi at second, Boria at short, Byrne at third. Great name for a third baseman, Gunnar Byrne.
It's a great name.
Across the outfield, left to right, McCarthy, Beard, and Brighouse. On the mound, Noah Kovac.
Kovac's got an arm.
The right-hander. Thanks for joining us here, Lents Park, Walker Stadium. Bottom of the first. Hawks went down in order, top of the first.
Should be an extremely intriguing matchup. It's a top 25 one. Rams, number 5 in Oregon, ranked by OSAA, and Hawks, on the other hand, 22nd. So two extremely talented teams going at it.
The Mount Hood Conference actually has the number 5 ranked team, Central Catholic. 10 is Sandy, 14 is Clackamas, 11 is Barlow. So they have 4 teams in the top 14. Rams are plus 81 on plus minus this year. Means they've outscored opponents by 81 runs. That is not the leader in the Mount Hood Conference. Clackamas is the leader. They've outscored teams by 86 runs. All right, Smith in the box. First pitch, high, ball 1. Smith, the left-handed hitter. Leadoff hitter on deck, Aiden Rice.
So close. You guys really do. Oh, what's up, Cassie?
Outside. Catcher called for that pitch outside, and I don't know if you saw it, the center fielder could see and moved over, realized that pitch was going to be outside.
It's a good take.
That pitch outside, too. 3 balls, no strikes to the leadoff hitter.
A favorable count here for Smith. Wouldn't be surprised if the pitcher goes down the middle.
There's a strike. Top of the strike zone on the outside corner of the plate. 3 balls, 1 strike. Inside, ball 4. We start with a walk. Smith heads down to first base. Brings up Aiden Rice.
That one was just barely inside there. A solid pitch from Kovac. He had some serious gas behind that one.
Rice, the third baseman.
They're going to pinch run here.
And let's see, the pinch runner is number 1. And that is Dexter Stremming. I believe that's who that was.
Looks like Jake Wright. Number 11, Jake Wright.
Yeah. 11, okay. I didn't think that was Stremming because he's in the actual lineup, so.
Right.
Thanks, Jack. Rice at the plate, right-handed hitter. High, inside, ball 1. Bottom of the first, nobody out. High.
That one was way upstairs.
Kovac has thrown 6 pitches, 5 of them have been balls. 2-0 the count. Lance McKee on deck. All right, a conference. I'm sure the catcher went out and said, okay, let's throw some strikes.
Right. He said, let's go back to finding the zone again.
Right. All right, Rice set. High. 3 balls and no strikes.
Just a little high. That one was very close to catching the zone.
He went 3-0 on Smith. He's 3-0 now on Rice.
He's got to go for the fastball here.
Inside, high and tight. 2 batters, 2 walks.
Now, if you're Nelson, this is what you don't want to do is load the bases early here, give Central Catholic some early momentum. Now the Rams got 2 on.
All right, the last conference on the mound was just the catcher and the third baseman. Now the manager's out. Official visit to the mound.
Now it looks like a collective discussion.
I'm not sure when the manager goes out, it's a discussion. I think
Right.
You guys listen, here's what I'm telling you.
Right. More of a speech,
Right,
if you will.
right. The pitcher always lies.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Hey, Coach, I'm fine. I'll be all right, Coach.
That's why when you see Major League managers go out to the mound, they talk to the catcher.
Usually Major League managers, they just take the ball from the pitcher and just
Right,
walks
but
away.
They ask the
Yeah.
catcher, "Has
Yeah,
this guy
right.
got
They
it
do,
or not?"
they do talk to the catcher more
Right.
in MLB.
Right. All right, runners on first and second, nobody out. Lance McKee at the plate,
The lefty.
the center fielder, the left-handed hitter. Let's see if he bunts the ball here. Nope. He looks low, ball 1. Nine balls now and 1 strike. Kovac set. Right-hander sets, delivers. Ball hit up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. Going to score a run. Here comes the throw to third base and out at third base.
It's a very, very risky move there by Aiden Rice to go 3 there, but didn't pay off that time. Great awareness from Nelson.
All right, McKee, an RBI. Smith scores. Rice out at third base. McKee down at second now. 1 out, 1 run in. Cleanup hitter Wyatt Brown. Brown, the first baseman, right-handed hitter. Low, ball 1. Perfectly placed hit that time by McKee, right up the middle, right over the bag. Catcher sets up outside.
Way outside.
Ball hit hard to left field, deep, back to the wall, and gone.
Well, he smoked that one.
Wyatt Brown, round tripper, knocks in 2.
Wyatt Brown with a 3-run blast. He absolutely obliterated, 2-run blast, excuse me. He absolutely obliterated that one, Dave.
Home run, 2 RBIs. 3-0, 1 out. Coming to the plate. Matson Surawatari, the DH. Wait a minute, let me back up here. Yeah, that's it. Matson Surawatari, the DH, number 23.
Brown got some serious air on that one.
And that one was all the way deep in left field.
Right.
Outside. You know, those balls are starting to take a toll on Kovac.
Right.
There's the ball, sliced foul.
It's a fierce pitch from Kovac that time. Really put some juice behind that one. And, you know, early Dave, he's been throwing a lot of balls. Now he's trying to find the strike zone again.
2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Double, a home run, a walk. 3 runs. Way outside.
Looks like that one just got away from him.
Swing and a miss. This is Ryan Davis.
Davis reaching a little bit on that one.
Hits that ball to right field high. Second baseman back, calls for it. He's got it. 3 runs, 2 hits, nobody left on base. End of 1, Rams lead 3-0.
Well, Rams get on the board early. That was an absolute missile from Wyatt Brown.
All right, due up for Nelson. It'll be the cleanup hitter, Cal Gradwall, the catcher, followed by the third baseman, Gunnar Brown, and the center fielder, Deacon Beard. Sam Smith on the mound, perfect first inning.
Smith trying to keep this run going.
Give you the top 10 teams in the state quickly. Wesleyan 1, South Salem 2, Sherwood 3, Roseburg 4. These Rams are number 5. Tualatin 6, Jesuit 7. Rams lost to Jesuit early in the season. North Medford 8, Wells number 9 from the PIL, and Sandy number 10.
Got lefty on lefty action here, Dave.
All right. Smith set, the left-hander. Outside, ball 1. Cal Gradwall, the catcher. Number 13. Players used to think it was unlucky to wear 13. Didn't seem to bother Alex Rodriguez.
Yeah, definitely didn't bother him, that's for sure. You know, I tend to like odd numbers, Dave. I mean, I'm 23. You know, it's an odd number, right? You got to be joyous when you're an age like 23, or even 13.
Right, I guess. 2 balls, 1 strike. Outside, Smith threw a couple of pitches outside.
Smith trying to regain control of the zone.
3-1 the count. Gradwell the hitter, the left-hander. There's the ball hit. Stopped by the shortstop, gets up, throws over the first. Not in time, gets by the first baseman. Fortunately, the netting stopped that. Didn't want that to go in the dugout or anything. So, a single.
Okay, that's kind of, I think they used to be.
Runner on first. This is the third baseman, Gunnar Byrne.
Gotcha. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, because we just have
Byrne, number 8, left-handed hitter.
we should have 2. You know, like then we.
Oh, nope. Walks across now the plate. He's the right-hander. Byrne at the plate, nobody out. 1 on, top of the second. Rams lead 3-0. There's a strike. High fastball.
We've seen some solid stuff from Smith so far.
Throw over to first, back in time. Dives back.
I don't know if
Low. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Evens up the count.
Another throw over to first, just back in time.
Tried to catch him locking again.
Gradwell dives back in that time. Not getting a big lead. There's a ball fouled down the first baseline.
Well, that one's not coming back. That's for sure.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
1 ball, 2 strikes, and possibly 1 hit car.
No, that didn't get far
No,
enough.
you don't think so?
No. Another throw over to first. They're keeping Gradwell close.
They're keeping him honest, Dave. It's a cat and mouse game, throwing it back from the pitcher to the first baseman. It happens a lot in the MLB.
You got to be careful with the left-handed pitcher on the mound. There's the ball hit to second, got it on the bounce, over to first, scooped it up. Went for the sure thing that time, didn't go to second. Ground out, 4-3, 1 down. This brings up Deacon Beard, the center fielder.
Wow, what a throw from Brown there. Or what a catch from Brown, rather. And he had to use his outstretched arms, Dave, to grasp that one. That was difficult.
Did they call that an interference? Was he out at second? No. Caught it.
Yep, he caught it. Just
double play.
Yeah, double play. He just barely caught it, too. He had to get his glove underneath, and he just barely caught it, but nevertheless made the play.
Really? Where's it? It's in California. No, it's in Idaho. Oh, really?
Right, that's what the call is. I didn't see clearly that time that he caught it, but he caught it. So Byrne flied out to the second baseman to first to double up Gradwell, who couldn't get back. So 2 down. This is Deacon Beard, the plate. Beard, the center fielder.
Beard liked what he saw on that one. That was a little bit low. He's gonna have to be more patient.
Well, in the PBR,
The ball was diving down there at the second baseman. I didn't see he got down and caught it, but he did and turned that into a double play. Great play for Dexter Stremming.
Heard that name before. Soccer player as well.
Went back to first, got Gradwell at first, doubled him up. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike.
That time a pitch that's way outside from Smith. He tried to catch him sleeping.
All right. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out. Beard at the plate. Ball chopped to third base. The long throw, foul.
Just barely foul.
Aiden Rice over there backhanded that ball, but the umpire signaled foul ball.
That was just inches away from staying fair, Dave. Doesn't get much closer than that, does it?
And the umpire's going to come out. The umpire stepped out from behind the plate.
is it voted on by the team? Like if you get, it's gotta be.
All right. We're set. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, nobody on. Top of the second, Rams lead 3-0. Smith set, fires, outside. Count goes full.
Work or anything now? What's that? Do you do any like consulting or anything? Just live in the dream.
Wouldn't be surprised if he goes for a fastball here.
Oh, that's right. You were telling me that. Yeah.
High and outside.
Walks him that time.
Which is ish.
Yeah.
I mean, literally.
Beard down to first on the walk.
I carry it again. It's like a precinct board.
Yeah.
At the plate.
Like I wear like this. The word.
Number 9, this is the designated hitter, Jack Kiesel.
Yeah.
Right-handed hitter in the box, set. There's a chopper to shortstop, up with it, all the way across, high, and safe.
Well, it was
Ryan Davis went up and got that ball, but the throw was just a little bit high, pulled Wyatt Brown off the bag. Runner is safe.
Yeah, valiant effort that time from Davis, but unable to get it to Brown in time.
All right, that's a hit. We're having a scorer's consultation, and I'm overruled.
All kinds of consultations here.
Yeah, okay, I'll concede it. Runner on first and second with 2 out. At the plate, Jackson Miller, the first baseman, right-handed hitter. Swing and a miss.
Like on Tuesday, like we hit the ball, we just hit it off Tuesday the whole time. And they would, dude. Compared to yesterday,
Fastball, a little bit low, but caught the lower portion of the strike zone. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 on. Smith set.
and the kid dove and threw him out, and he's like,
Swing and a miss. There's our first strikeout of the game.
didn't even know what to say.
Smith has got some serious power behind that arm, Dave.
All right, for Nelson in that inning, no runs, 1 hit. The leadoff batter had a single. Our score at the end of an inning and a half, it is Central Catholic 3, Nelson nothing. Coming up for the Rams here in the bottom of the second, it'll be Toussaint Captour, Jake Pockmeyer, and Dexter Stremming.
Intriguing stuff so far. Central Catholic up early. Nelson, they've stranded multiple runners throughout this game, but still extremely early in this one. Plenty of time for things to get interesting.
Nelson left 2 runners on base that inning, one from the walk and one from the error. We changed the hit on Jack Kiesel to an error. The press box overruled me.
I got Walker to the rest. All right.
Bottom of the second. Mount Hood Conference action. Team in first place, the Rams 11-1. The team in fifth place, Nelson 7-5. Action today in the Mount Hood Conference. Reynolds is at Gresham. David Douglas is at Barlow in this game. Toussaint Captour in the box. Inside.
Greg said he has no idea where that.
1 ball, no strikes, nobody out. Kovac with the pitch, fouled back into the net. We can say net because it's actually a net,
It actually is a net this time. It's not a fence, is it?
not screened.
Not here at Walker Stadium. It's a nice stadium.
1 ball, 1 strike, leadoff hitter. At the letters, a strike, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Surprised that Captour didn't swing on that one. That was right down Broadway.
The pitch, down low in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jake Pockmeyer on deck, the catcher. Swing and a miss. First strikeout of the game for Kovac. Jake Pockmeyer at the plate now, right-handed hitter.
Yeah, that time Kovac had to make Captour reach for that one, and he caught him swinging, Dave.
In the box, the pitch, fouled. Inside pitch, right on the hands, fouled it back. Another ball, trying to check his swing that time. Hit the bat, went back into the netting. No balls, 2 strikes.
It was indecisive about that one, but it happens in baseball. You're not sure if you're going to hit it or not.
High. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Dexter Strumming on deck, the second baseman. And went around, strikeout. 2 in a row for Kovac.
And that time, Packmeyer's absolutely perplexed. Can't believe that one. He didn't think that he went around.
Number 1, Strumming, the second baseman, made that double play in the top of the second. Strumming in the box, right-handed hitter. High, ball 1. Kovac set. Struck out the last 2 batters. High, ball 2.
Couple of good takes from Strumming. Wouldn't be shocked to see if Kovac goes down Broadway again.
That one, strike, caught the lower portion of the strike zone. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Just barely tipped the strike zone that time.
High, 3 balls, 1 strike.
A favorable count for Strumming.
Set. Outside, ball 4. 3rd walk of the game for Kovac.
Oh, it's 70 degrees and it's does it say May?
Kovac, 2 strikeouts, 3 walks. We'll go back to the top of the order. Smith, talking about walks. He led off this game with a walk and scored a run. Outside, ball 1. Another pitch, same place. Ball 2.
Great discipline from Smith to just let the ball come to him and just not have the discipline to not swing back-to-back times, just letting Kovac throw way outside of the zone.
And of course, Kovac throwing a lot of pitches.
Right, a lot of balls too.
Kovac set. That ball, letter high, strike. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 out. Swing, a foul tip. Did that hit the bat or did that?
I believe that one got deflected by his bat.
Okay. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out.
But that time it was a little bit of a high pitch from Kovac, but he's starting to regain control of the zone once again, trying to get back to those fastballs down the middle, even just catching the bottom part of the zone.
It was got by the catcher. Runner goes down to second. Strumming down to second now. Smith swings at an inside pitch. 3 strikeouts that inning for Kovac. For the Rams in the bottom of the second. No runs, no hits, 1 runner left on base. Our score at the end of 2, Central Catholic 3, Nelson nothing.
That was a nasty cutter from Kovac. Just caught the inside, and it wasn't even going to be a strike, but the way that ball was moving, Dave, Smith thought that it was hittable, and it was just an extremely hard ball to hit, and he went down swinging. So
Nelson coming up in the top of the 3rd. They'll have the bottom of the order, Nick Brighouse, the number 9 hitter. Then I believe we'll go back to the top of the order with Noah Boria. Well, other than that walk that Kovac gave up, he struck out the side.
right.
3-0 Rams after 2, top of the third. Rams, 3 runs on 2 hits, 1 runner left on base. For the Hawks, no runs, 1 hit, 2 runners left on base. Nick Brighouse, he's the right fielder. Back into the net, no balls, 1 strike. Pitch. Slow curveball on the outside. Strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes.
That one just barely caught the inside of the zone that time.
Inside, low and inside, ball 1, 1-2.
Pretty low. He almost ended up hitting him that time. Almost.
Infield back. Swing and a miss. There's your strikeout for Smith. He struck out the last 2 batters he's faced. Struck out Miller to end the second. Struck out Brighouse to start the third.
Back-to-back Ks for Smith. He's starting to heat up.
We go back to the top of the order. This is Noah Boria, the shortstop. He grounded out to third base to start the game for Nelson. There's the ball hit between short and third, a base hit.
Solid contact on that one from Boria. Just sliced it in between the second and third base gap, Dave.
Boria 1 for 2 now, down at first base. 1 out. This is Camden Anchi. He grounded back to the pitcher in the first. Hits the ball. Shortstop going to go for 2 over to second. Over to first. That's late.
And they call interference.
Okay, call the interference on that. That's going to retire the side.
Well, that's a quick half inning, isn't it, Dave?
Yes. Well, we're going to talk. The umpires are going to talk here.
Gonna have a little chat.
Interference called on the play. So the runner was out at, or the runner was out at second.
By a mile.
How do you make that call behind home plate?
And then there was interference on the throw to first. They
right.
ruled the runner at first out.
Yeah, it's because the second baseman slid into the runner slid into the second baseman while he was making the throw, so it was interference.
Top of the third, no runs, no 1 hit, nobody left on base. After 2.5, our score, Central Catholic 3, Nelson nothing. Again, what happened is the ball hit, the shortstop fired over to second baseman. The runner there was out as the second baseman turned to make the throw, got in the way of the, the runner got in the way of the second baseman.
Right.
They ruled the runner first out on the interference, and that was the end of the inning. Here we go for the Rams in the bottom of the third, due up. It'll be Aiden Rice, Lance McKee, and Wyatt Brown. Brown, of course, homered in first. Rice walked in the first. First 2 batters in the game, Smith and Rice both walked. High, ball 1. Some of the Nelson fans were yelling at the umpire because the umpire called that interference from home plate. There's a hard hit ball to the short, drifts over, fires to first. Nice play that time by the shortstop, Noah Boria.
Yeah, those Nelson fans and parents were extremely adamant, Dave, but you know, at the end of the day, when you're a parent watching your kid play, you have to, you know, you always got to back up your kid, right? I mean, I don't even blame them for you know, complaining to the umpire. I mean, at the end of the day, your fans will be fans, right?
Right. There's a hard ball hit to center field, drifts back, now comes back in, and the catch. Deacon Beard, the long fly out for McKee.
Nice catch. Nice catch from Beard that time.
I want to tell you, you know, over the last, we were at the bottom of the first, and Kovac retired 2, then retired all 3. I'm sorry, had a walk there, but Kovac has settled down since that first inning. This is Wyatt Brown, who homered, and Kovac's not going to throw him anything down the middle. Outside, ball 1. Brown homered, 2 RBIs, scored.
Brown looking for another homer here.
Outside, 2 balls, no strikes.
He's certainly not going to swing on that one.
Nobody on base. He can afford to put Brown on if he wants to.
Right.
Same place, 3 straight pitches. Outside, 3-0.
Brown exemplifying patience, just taking his time and taking what's given to him.
That ball high, ball 4, walked on 4 pitches.
Well, when you get 3 straight balls to you in a row, I don't blame him for not even trying to swing on the 4th one there. Another good take there from Brown, and it gives him a walk.
At the plate, the DH, Matson Sarawatari, number 23, right-handed hitter. He struck out in the first. High, 5 straight balls from Kovac. Another ball.
Kovac trying to remain composed.
Bottom of the 3rd, 3-0 Rams. 2-0 the count on Sarawatari. Hits that ball to center field high. Center fielder stands where he is, comes up with the catch. Side retired. For the Rams, no runs, no hits, 1 runner left on base. After 3, the Rams lead 3-0. Rams, 3 runs, 2 hits, 2 runners left on base. For the Hawks, no runs, 2 hits, 2 runners left on base. We go to the top of the 4th. Due up for the Hawks this inning, it'll be Jeremiah McCarthy, Cal Gradwell, and Gunnar Byrne.
Well, that was one of the most rapid innings of baseball I've ever witnessed in my life. It's very fast.
This game's moving right along.
Right.
Yeah, we played 45 minutes, 3 innings in 45 minutes. Pretty good.
Lots of scoring in that first inning, and since then, seems like both sides have cooled down a little bit, but there's still plenty of time left.
Right, McCarthy, the left fielder,
I've heard that about you.
popped up to first in the first inning.
And it's
He'll be followed by Gradwell, the catcher.
okay. I think what do you need to know?
Right-handed hitter, McCarthy at the plate.
Know by, I think I can. It's just like June.
Caught the outside corner, strike 1.
Looks like it was like June 24th.
Smith has been pretty decisive this game. He's thrown a lot of balls in the strike zone. He's been pretty consistent.
Outside. As soon as Jack said that, he threw a pitch outside.
It's almost like it's an announcer jinx, you know?
Right.
I mean,
1 ball, 1 strike.
we've done it
nobody
so
out.
many times, Dave. It just happens.
Smith set. The left-hander fires in the dirt. 2 balls, 1 strike. That pitch, outside corner, strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, after 2 straight balls, Smith finds the zone once again to even up the count at 2.
Outside, high. Full count, 3-2. Smith and McCarthy heads down to first base. Thought that was a ball. Umpire made the call. Strike on the bottom portion of the strike zone.
That one could have went either way.
This is Gradwell, the catcher. Look how tall he is for a catcher.
Extremely tall.
And a great job of framing that pitch.
D1 framing skills there.
No balls, 1 strike. There's the ball hit the left, down the left field line, foul. No balls, 2 strikes. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Top of the 4th, Rams lead 3-0. All those runs in the first for the Rams. Low. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Solid take from Gradwell that time. Won't be surprised if Smith tries to go back into the zone this pitch.
That pitch low also evens the count up, 2-2.
That one was very close to being a strike. Catchers tried to have good framing on that one, but umpire didn't buy it that time.
Pitch. There's the ball, hit the second, comes up with it over to first, retired. Big hop that time to Stremming, caught it over to first for the out.
Stremming made it look effortless with that 1 hopper. Those aren't easy plays to make.
Ground out 4-3, that'll bring up Gunnar Byrne, the 3rd baseman. Chop that ball to right field. Is that going to be fair? Caught. Doesn't make any difference. Caught right at the line. Fly out to 9. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. After 3.5, our score is Central Catholic 3, Nelson nothing. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Due up for the Rams, Ryan Davis to St. Captur and Jake Packmeyer.
Not a lot of scoring so far in this game, Dave. It's been more of a pitcher's duel, in my opinion.
Well, 2 of those 3 runs for the Rams come on the home run by Wyatt Brown.
Right. And he smoked that ball.
We're Oregon Sports Beat. You can join us tomorrow. We'll have soccer on the air from about 9:30 till about 5. Jack and I will both be doing some games in that tournament. It's the Oregon Youth Soccer Association.
Actually, until about 7, because the second game I'm calling is at 5.
Okay.
So until about 7, yeah.
Those are U16, U17 teams, U18.
Yeah, it should be some exciting games, so stay tuned, guys. Those should be some thrilling games to call.
Those are
looking forward to those, for sure.
Tualatin Rec Center. Jack, you and I did a softball game Wednesday night, a baseball game tonight. We got 2 soccer games tomorrow.
Right, lots of
Busy.
broadcasting going on. 4 games in 4 days. 1 on Wednesday, 1 today, and 2 tomorrow.
All right, Kovac set on the mound. Ryan Davis at the plate. Davis flied out to right field in the first.
That pitch was way upstairs. Good take.
Each team with 2 hits. Foul tip. The difference in the game, Wyatt Brown's home run.
Yep.
Kovac. Foul ball. Down the third baseline. 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. Toussaint Captur on deck. There's the ball hit sharply to second base. Takes a bounce, scooped up, drop, pick back up, throw over to first and safe.
He bobbled it that time, and great base running skills.
Now I'll get this one right. That's an error.
Yeah, that's an error. That is. You can't leave him hanging, Dave. You can't leave him hanging, right? That's certainly an error.
All right.
Undoubtedly, as one may say.
Davis,
inconceivably an error.
Davis sounded first on the error. Captur at the plate, struck out in the second. Gonna scores around the bunt. The pitch is high. 1 ball, no strikes. Davis gets a lead. High, ball 2. Packmeyer on deck. Throw over to first. Davis dives back.
The cat and mouse game between the pitcher and the first baseman continues.
Set, Kovac set. Long look, fires. Scores around the bunt again, pulls it back. The pitch is high, 3-0. Let's see if Toussaint takes a pitch here.
I think he's going to go fastball.
Took it and it was inside.
Wow.
He walked. Davis goes down to second. Captur goes down to first on the base on balls. Packmeyer up. He struck out in the second.
4 straight balls for Kovac.
Second trip to the mound for the manager, Cameron Sheets. He took a walk to the mound in the first. This is the first time here in the fourth. 2 on, nobody out. Packmeyer struck out in the second.
Get some Jeopardy music going.
Strumming will be on deck.
What? Dang it.
The fans are visibly distraught, Dave, by the fact that there's no PA system. And you know what? I don't blame them, because games are more lively with a PA system. Why not, right?
Well, what it means is it means my official scorers are not distracted.
Right. That's respectable, right? I mean,
all right. Jake Packmeyer steps in. He's got a runner at first and second. Nobody out. Kovac stays in the game on the mound.
righty on righty action here.
The stretch, and Packmeyer steps out.
Calls time.
Fires.
Oh,
Foul
my
ball.
Goodness. He obliterated that one, but too bad that it was foul. Just didn't get around it enough that time.
No, I got around too much.
Yeah, that's right.
Kovac takes a look back at second. Fires. Pop the bunt up, and nobody can get to it. No balls, 2 strikes.
A little bit of a high bunt there. He's going to have to go at more of a higher angle to chop it down more.
You got to get that ball down on the ground.
Got to chop that thing down.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 on, nobody out. Set the pitch, fouled. Count stays at 0-2.
No mercy from Packmeyer that time. He was swung hard on that one.
Long way to pitch. Caught the outside corner. Packmeyer strikes out.
Well, Dave, Packmeyer didn't see that one coming after going down 0-2 in the count. I don't think that he thought that he was going to go with another fastball, and instead he elected to do so, and I honestly thought the same. I thought he was going to switch it up and go for a ball, but instead struck him out.
Packmeyer strikes out for the second time. Dexter Strumming at the plate, walked in the second inning. Right up on top of the plate, the pitch. Hard hit ball to third base, steps on third, fires across to first, and dropped. Smart play by the third baseman. Caught the ball, stepped on third for the force, fired over to first high.
Killer instincts there from Gunnar Byrne, the third baseman there, to, as you mentioned, Dave, to just step on the bag there. Great instincts from him and just to make the throw. And he almost made it in time, but instead it was an error by the first baseman and wasn't unable to contain it.
So Strumming down at first base on the fielder's choice. At the plate, Smith. Hits the ball way up in the air. That's going to get out of play. That's a major league pop-up. No balls, one strike. Runners at first and third, 2 out. And this is Sam Smith at the plate. He walked in the first, struck out in the second. 0 for 2.
Down but not out in the count is Smith.
Swing and a miss.
Oh, now he's out.
No balls, 2 strikes. Kovacs set. Popped back, just goes right over the top of us.
Over the top of our heads.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Well, that ball was flying, wasn't it, Dave?
Need to fish net. Need to bring that big fish net.
Right. Or just get your hat. If you brought one, right?
I didn't today.
No, not today.
Outside, runner goes. No throw. Strumming goes down to second base.
Yeah, Strumming's quick. I know that because I've commentated him playing soccer alongside you, Dave.
All right, here we go. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out the pitch. Swing, foul back. Smith hanging in there.
Right. It's a pretty long at-bat, isn't it? A lengthy one.
Walked in the first, struck out in the second. He's 0 for 1. Scored a run in the first off that walk. The pitch. High. I think the Nelson fans thought that was a strike.
Looked like a strike to me.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 on. Runners at second and third. Smith can help out his own cause here. Swing and a miss. Retires the side. So let's see, no runs. Let me see if we've got any hits. No hits. 2 runners left on base. At the end of 4, our score, Central Catholic 3, Nelson nothing. Top of the 5th, due up 4, Nelson. It'll be Deacon Beard, Jack Kiesel, and Jackson Miller. Anyway, let me see how many strikeouts that is for Kovac. 6.
Wow.
Let me see how many walks he has. 4. Walked 4, struck out 6. Smith goes back to the mound. Top of the 5th, 3-0.
Well, both Kovac and Smith have been going at it. Pretty solid stuff from both of them. And we haven't seen any scoring since that first inning. But decent amount of baseball yet to be played, so we got some time.
Smith has struck out 3, only walked 2. All right. Deacon Brown at the plate. Smith, the left-hander. There's the ball hit into right field. Quickly over and gets it. Good play that time by Cole Thomas. Fly out to right. The 4th inning ended with a fly out to right. Now the 5th inning starts with a fly out to right. At the plate, Jack Kiesel reached first on an error in the 2nd. No balls, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes.
Smith's trying to get him out right here. Going to continue to go with the fastball, probably. That's how it goes low.
Outside and in the dirt to the right-handed hitter.
As the sun is starting to come out a little more.
It'll be in the batter's eyes now for the rest of the game.
Right.
1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch low, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. I mean, so 1 out. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Swing and a miss and a strikeout, number 4. 2 down. Brings up Jackson Miller. Miller struck out in the 2nd.
Miller trying to reignite his team's offense.
Back, fouled into the net. No balls, 1 strike, 2 out. Swing and a miss, no balls, 2 strikes. Smith, foul tip, caught it. 3 up, 3 down. After 4.5, our score, Central Catholic 3, Nelson nothing. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base.
Well, Dave, Smith retired that half inning very, very fast.
A fly out to right field and 2 strikeouts. For the Rams here in the bottom of the 5th, it'll be Aiden Rice, Lance McKee, and Wyatt Brown. 3-0 Rams. Yeah, we're moving right along. Let's see, the Rams have 2 hits in this game, and Nelson has 2 hits.
And one of those hits from the Rams, it was a dinger.
Wyatt Brown, who'll be up this inning.
Right. It was a 2-run bomb.
I like the trees around the outfield. I don't know if you can see the benches out there in center field. So
Yep.
after the game, they have parties. They open that
Yep.
up. It's a bar, and they have parties. And
Yeah. Yeah, I actually sat by there when I was doing social media stuff for the Drifters, Springfield Drifters last year. When I was watching the Pickles Drifters game, I was sitting by one of those benches. Then I moved over there and sat on a chair and talked to some of the Drifters players. But that was a cool experience to be a social media intern for the Drifters. Yeah, it was fun.
Aiden Rice up, walked in the first, grounded out in the third. Caught the outside corner on the fastball. No balls, 1 strike. Rice, the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 5th. Popped that one to right field. Back on the ball and the catch. Nick Brighouse on the catch.
Good tracking abilities from Brighouse to make that catch look easy.
All right, clouds block the sun now. The batter can see pretty good. Lance McKee at the plate, the left-handed hitter. High. McKee, the center fielder. Hits a ball, that's going to drop for a base hit in between second and short. McKee's second hit of the game.
Well, that one took a very favorable bounce for McKee. It just plopped there in the middle, and it kind of just ricocheted and just shifted around. And, you know, it was really a favorable bounce.
McKee, 2 for 3, a run scored, an RBI. Brown at the plate. Brown homered and walked on 4 pitches the last time.
He's looking for another homer.
Now sees a strike. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Homered and walked. He's 1 for 1 with a run scored, 2 RBIs. Hard shot. That's going to drop in front of the left fielder. Move a runner up. Brown with another base hit.
Yeah, Brown's had himself a great game. Just drilled that one between the second and third base gap past the shortstop and got that one by.
He's 2 for 2 with a walk, a run, 2 RBIs at the plate. Matson Sauritari struck out in the first, flied out to center in the third. 1 out, 2 on. Strike. Looked a little inside to me, but
Looks a little low.
I don't have any authority here. From this stretch, looks back at second base.
And he calls time.
Kovac paused a long time then. Here's the pitch. Outside, gets away from the catcher, down to third, and safe. McKee goes down to third.
I'll tell you one thing. Central Catholic, they have some speedy base runners.
All right, now runners at the corners, first and third, 1 out. Sarawatari at the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out.
He's looking for 1 home run.
Oh, hit the batter, that's going to load him up.
Or 1 hit, 1 ball bouncing off his back. That too. And he takes the walk.
First hit by pitcher we've had this game, loads him up.
Yeah.
1 out.
There's been some close ones, Dave, but that time it did hit him.
Ryan Davis up. He flied out to right in the first. reached first on an error in the fourth, then was out on that interference play. High and outside, gets by the catcher, but the pitcher gets in. Kovac covers that. So bases loaded, 1 out. Ryan Davis at the plate.
Davis with the world on his shoulders here. Looking to make some magic happen with the bases loaded with 1 out, Dave.
Kovac set. Rocks, fires. Ball hit hard. They're going to come home. Force out at home plate. So McKee out at home. Brown goes down to third. Sarawatari goes down to second. Davis at first on the fielder's choice.
Well, even though they got the force out, not much has changed because
So-
it's still bases loaded.
Bases loaded. Nobody scored on that play. Good,
Right.
good play by the third baseman, Gunnar Byrne.
It's got a good name, too, baseball name.
I like the name Gunnar. I
Yeah,
like that.
It's a good name.
Inside and high.
Way
This
up
is
top.
Toussaint Captori struck out in the second, walked in the fourth. Bases are loaded. There's a strike.
That one looked pretty high to me.
2 balls, 1 strike. It's the angle.
Yeah, it is the angle, isn't it?
Inside. Gonna be a ball. That was close. 3 balls, 1 strike. Got no place to put Captur.
Hitters count for Captur here. Might just try to take another ball if Kovac throws one.
The pitch. High. It's gonna score a run.
Well, he did take the ball that time and just scores a run, as you mentioned, Dave. Rams extend their lead to 4.
So Brown scores. Sarwatari goes down to third. Davis goes down to second. Captur down at first. On the walk. He's walked the last 2 times he's been up. That's going to be it for Kovac. Bases are still loaded. Packmeyer will be up. Packmeyer struck out in the second, struck out in the fourth. 4-0 now in the bottom of the 5th.
Well, if you're Nelson in this spot, one thing that you want to do is really just stop the bleeding. You're already trailing by 4. The bases are loaded. You can't walk another batter in this scenario, in this context. You just can't. You just simply can't do it because then Central Catholic's just going to keep extending their lead, and that's just going to widen the disparity in margin, you know. But nevertheless, Nelson elect to switch it up, and that's going to do it for Kovac.
And that is 6 walks in the game for Kovac. All right, on the mound for Nelson, it is number 9, Jack Creasel. He's been the DH up till now.
Went from a designated hitter to a designated pitcher, it looks like. It's always interesting to see designated hitters or other, kinds of players as pitchers, because you never really know the versatility of some players, right?
Not in high school.
Yeah,
In high school, just about everybody pitches.
Yeah, that's valid. Well, when I played high school baseball, I didn't pitch, that's for sure. I was just an outfielder.
9 for 7. Go, Jake. Go, Jake.
Yeah, you did. I know it.
Okay. Well, let's see. Get the number when he turns around. 9. Yep.
9, yep.
It is.
Yep, Jack Keisel.
First pitch of ball to Packmeyer. Fouled back. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bases loaded. Bottom of the 5th. 4-0 Rams.
Well, Kai saw some serious power behind that arm. He's just got to continue to find the zone.
I think they're all serious power. I'm not going to want to stand in there.
Oh, yeah, I definitely wouldn't.
High. 2 balls, 1 strike.
That was 2 balls. So now how you get
High. 3 balls and 1 strike. No place to put Packmeyer. Gonna have to throw a strike. Ball hit to short, deep. Bobbled and keeps it. A run scores. Packmeyer reaches first on the error. So let's get this. Let's see. Sarwatari scores. Davis down to third. Captur down to second. Packmeyer to first. Bases loaded. 2 out. Due up. Dexter Stremming.
Well, that time Noah Boria made a costly error, and now Central Catholic extend their lead, make it 5-0.
Yep.
And as you mentioned, now it's Stremming back up at the plate.
Those runs were unearned.
Right. Nelson need to work on limiting their errors.
There's the ball hit. That's going to drop. It does drop. It's going to get at least 2 in, maybe 3. No, we're going to hold the runner up at third. A double and knocks in 2. Davis scores. Captur scores right behind him. Packmeyer goes down to third. And Stremming at second with 2 RBIs.
Elite placement from that ball that Stremming just hit. He really just hit it over the first baseman and found it in the gap. Got a good bounce too, and it stayed fair. He got the double to bring some runs home.
Stayed in fair territory down the right field line. 2 RBIs. Runners at second and third. 2 out. 7-0 Rams. High. 2-0.
Well, we know that Jack Keisel has the speed behind his pitches. Now he just needs to find the control behind them.
Popped up. That's going to go foul. Another one of those major league pop-ups.
Right.
Ninth hitter of the inning for the Rams.
Definitely not a shortage of players hitting for the Rams, huh, Dave?
Another ball hit deep. That's out towards center field. Coming in on the ball, and the left fielder gets it. Cuts across in front of the center fielder. Good play there by Jeremiah McCarthy.
Well, McCarthy and his teammate didn't really have much communication that time, but he still made the play.
So for the Rams, 4 runs on, I believe, let me see how many. 1, 2, 3 hits. 4 runs on 3 hits. The Rams have 7 runs on 5 hits, and they lead this one 7-0. In the top of the 6th, coming up for Nelson, it will be Nick Brighouse, Noah Berea, and Camden Anchi. Sam Smith still on the mound here in the top of the 6th for the Rams, working on a shutout.
I'm intrigued to see if Smith is going to stand for the whole game or not. Because he's had a pretty remarkable showing tonight.
Just needs 6 more outs. Brighouse, Boria, and Anchi due up. Great night for a baseball game.
Right. Not as sunny as it was earlier, but still really nice out. And now the wind's starting to pick up a little bit. Not as bad as it was the other day, huh, Dave?
I think we have a pinch hitter in the game.
Right.
It's number 5. So Brighouse is not hitting. This is number 5, and this is Easton Ivelia.
Yep, Easton Avelia.
Foul tip. 1 ball, 1 strike. Outside. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Way outside on that one. A great take.
Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 16 players on the Nelson roster. 3 juniors, 13 seniors. Oh, just missed the outside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Smith stepped off the rubber and took a few steps towards the back. He thought he had that one.
Now it's a full count.
Fires, swing and a miss, a strikeout. Smith has struck out the last 3 batters he's faced. We'll go back to the top of the order. Noah Boria. Boria grounded out in the first. Reached base on a fielder's choice in the 3rd. We're in the top of the 6th.
Smith is on fire right now.
Smith has retired 7 straight hitters. There's the ball hit the left field, coming in on the ball, dives, and a catch. No, goes by off the glove. That's going to be at least a double, and going to stand up at second. Captur dived for the ball that time, went off his glove. Base hit.
It was a respectable effort from Captur. He was very close to getting that one, but that one just slipped by him, and now it's a double for Nelson, trying to gain some momentum to make this thing intriguing.
Noah Boria, that hit it on a double there. This is Camden Onchi at the plate. Runner on second, 1 out. Strike. Well hit ball.
Yeah, that one was hit deep into left field.
Toussaint Captur out there and left. Made a dive at it. Inside.
Looks like he hit him that time.
Hit him. When it hits the batter, the ball is dead.
Right.
So the runner's got to go back to second.
Yep.
That'll bring up Jeremiah McCarthy. Popped out to first in the first inning, struck out in the 4th.
First, looks like they're going to have a discussion with Smith, or as we mentioned earlier, more of a lecture, right?
He'd had 7 straight batters retired.
Right.
Let me make sure on that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, he'd had, 8. He had 8. Gonna stay in the game. Runners at first and second, 1 out. McCarthy at the plate.
Gets my steps in.
McCarthy, the left fielder. There's the ball hit to short. Over to second for the force, over to first by the first baseman. Here comes the first run of the game for Nelson.
So the shutout won't happen for the Rams. Nelson gets on the board for the first time tonight. Make it 7-1, Dave.
So we got McCarthy down to first on the overthrow. Boria scores.
Somewhere.
2 out. Throw over to first, runner back. 1 out, runner at first. That's McCarthy. 2 out. Runner on first is McCarthy. At the plate is the catcher, Gradwall. 7-1 our score now. That hit by Boria, that's only the 3rd hit of the game for Nelson. Popped way up and out of play.
Into the bleachers.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 out.
Into the bleachers she goes. It's a souvenir.
Go, Cal.
Throw over to first. Oh, close that time.
That was pretty close. A little bit too close for comfort if you're Nelson.
Had that been a little higher and Brown could have done a swipe tag, maybe, but. And there's a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Pretty consistent stuff from Smith. I've been impressed.
There goes the runner, swing and a miss. The strikeout. Gradwall strikes out for the 3rd out. 4 Nelson that inning. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 runner left on base. After 5.5, our score, Central Catholic 7, Nelson 1. Due up for the Rams this inning, it'll be Aiden Rice, Lance McKee, and Wyatt Brown.
Both of these teams entering this game with win streaks. Central Catholic, obviously, with a 8-game win streak. Nelson, on the other hand, entered this game with a 4-game win streak. And Rams looking good right now.
That 4-game win streak for Nelson, 2 of those wins were over Reynolds. They are currently 2-10 in the conference, and 2 were over David Douglas. They're 1-11.
Right.
So, I mean, a win's a win.
Right. A dub is a dub, as they say.
Right. So on the mound, this will stay Jack Kiesel. He's one of the 3 juniors on the team.
Looks like Nelson's going to switch up their catchers as well, Dave.
All right, made a check. Gradwall was the catcher. It looks like
Deacon Beard.
Beard has moved in from center field. Are you sure that's 10?
Yeah.
Okay. Beard moves in there. Aiden Rice coming up. Rice walked in the 1st, grounded out in the 3rd, and flied out in the 5th. He's 1 for 3. You know, Wyatt Brown is now, he's 2 for 3. I mean, he's 2 for 2 because one of those is a walk. 2 runs scored, 2 RBIs, a home run. Here we go, Crisel on the mound, the pitch, swing and a miss by Wyatt Brown. I mean, Aiden Rice, I'm sorry. Rice steps back in the box, the right-handed hitter, facing Crisel, the right-hander. Strike.
Struck him out.
And struck him out. Lance McKee up. McKee singled in the 1st, flied out in the 3rd, singled in the 5th. He's 2 for 3, an RBI, a run scored. Hard ball hit, gonna drop. Is that a catch?
And
Not a catch.
The
He's saying
umpire says no catch.
trapped it. Gonna give Brown first base. Hard hit ball, and it was diving right in front of the center fielder. Umpire had a straightaway look at it. Home plate umpire called that, not the second base umpire.
Well, you know what?
Okay. That is actually McKee's third hit of the game.
Well, from that angle, it looked like the center fielder caught it actually, but it looks like he ended up spilling it instead.
One disadvantage we have the wire screen in front of us. I mean, the netting in front of us.
Right.
Sometimes it kind of
It fools us.
fools us. Yeah, here we go.
It can be
Another
deceptive.
ball hit hard, going to drop in left field. A hard base hit for Brown. Brown's third hit of the game.
Wyatt Brown, have yourself a game.
Brown down at first. McKee goes to second.
Phenomenal game from Brown. He smoked that ball.
Two hard hits by the Rams at the plate. Matson Surwatari outside. 2 on, 1 out. 1-0 the count. McKee at second after singling. Brown at first after singling. Turns around to throw. Shortstop covering. He was off the bag. McKee got back. One and 0 the count. Foul ball.
And it ricochets off of the netting.
1 ball, 1 strike.
1 out as well, but not 1 runner on the bases, just 2 runners on the bases.
Another foul ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rams got 3 in the first, 4 in the 5th. We're here in the bottom of the 6th, 2 on, 1 out. Sarawatari at the plate. Another turnaround throw, and back in time is McKee. 2 straight pickoff attempts down at second base. Hard hit ball, shortstop dives for it,
He's going home.
and into left field and an RBI. Overthrow at home plate. Each runner's going to move up. McKee scores. Single for Sarawatari. RBI. Brown goes down to third. Sarawatari at second.
Eight 8-1 the score. Rams with a commanding lead.
Runners on second and third. At the plate, Ryan Davis. Davis flied out in the first. Here's the pitch. Hard hit ball
It's got to be gone, right? No.
at the fence, off the fence, going to clear the base. Or no, going to get 1 run in. Everybody held up to see if that was going to get caught. Davis.
Looked like it was about to be gone, but it ricocheted off the fence instead.
All right, Toussaint Captur at the plate. Runner at second, 1 out. Captur hits the ball to right field. Underneath at the catch. All right, for the Rams, 2 runs. Three hits. 2 runs, 3 hits, 1 runner left on base. At the end of 6, our score is Central Catholic 9, Nelson 1. Up for Nelson in the top of the 7th, Gunnar Byrne, Deacon Beard, and Jack Kiesel.
Well, no scoring transpired at all in the second and third innings. In the first, the Hawks didn't score at the top, and then in the bottom of the first, Rams scored 3. And then obviously no scoring in the 4th inning, 5th inning, top of the 5th. And Hawks didn't do anything. Rams with 4, and then top of the 6th, Hawks with 1, Rams with 2. So 9-1. Lots of, not a lot of scoring near the beginning, Dave, but you know what? They started to heat up throughout the game.
Well, Rams got 3 in the first.
Yeah, right. 3 in the first. They started off hot. Then they put up 4 in the 5th inning.
9-1, top of the 7th. Nelson's last chance at this. And they'll send up Beard, Byrne, Beard, and Kiesel. Smith on the mound for the Rams, giving up 1 run. Our game was moving right along in the last couple innings, about a little bit longer.
Right.
All right, Gunnar Byrne, flied out in the 2nd, flied out to right field in the 4th. Low, ball 1.
Way downstairs that time for Smith.
There's a strike, even the count up 1-1. Outside, 2-1. Inside, 3-1.
Hitters count for Byrne here.
We'll see if Smith has about 20 more pitches left in him.
Hey, he's trying to finish out this game.
There, high and outside, walked. Byrne down to first. Deacon Beard up. Beard started the game in center field, played catcher last inning.
It's one of Nelson's tallest players.
Swing and a miss. Throw over to first. Brown standing there, takes the throw. No balls, 1 strike. Nobody out. Runner down at first, top of the 7th. Rams lead 9-1. Inside, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Super low pitch that time. Smith trying to get back to throwing in the zone to end this thing.
Popped up. Center fielder underneath it. Lance McKee with the catch. 1 out. Fly out to 8. That brings up Jack Kiesel. Well, I'm not sure this is Kiesel.
Now they got a pinch hitter. It's going to be Aikson, looks like.
A.J. Alexson.
All right, Alexson.
Swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes.
Alexson liked what he saw. He went with it, but that one was pretty outside.
No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner at first. Smith thought if he chased that one, let's see if he'll chase one a little further out.
Right, and Alexson said, not today. I'm not going to bite on that one.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Inside, got him. 2 down. Last chance for the Hawks. And another pinch hitter up. This is number 15, Nate Salazar. Get some of your reserves in that bat. Pop that one way up in the air.
Way up there.
Second baseman drifts back. Got it. Rice got it. We're done.
That's gonna
Rams
do it.
win. Final score here at Walker Stadium at Lents Park. Central Catholic 9, Nelson 1. Rams now go to 12-1 in the Mount Hood Conference, 17-3 overall. Nelson 7-6 in the Mount Hood Conference, 14-8 overall. Jack?
Well, super entertaining game. Rams starting off hot with 3 runs in the first inning. Nobody scored in the second and third or the fourth. And then in the 5th inning, Hawks didn't score. Rams scored 4. 6th inning, Hawks had 1. Rams had 2. And at the end of the day, Rams, they had more than double as many hits, Dave, as the Hawks. They out-hit the Hawks 8-3. And it was a great game. I was super impressed with both pitchers. Got to give credit to Noah Kovac, and obviously Sam Smith gets the save, ultimately goes the distance, lasts the full 7 innings. And the Rams extend their win streak to 9, Dave. What a game.
Let me give you the final totals for the game. For the Nelson Hawks, 1 run on 3 hits, 3 errors, 3 runners left on base. For the Central Catholic Rams, 9 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors, 4 runners left on base. So a big win for the Central Catholic Rams. A complete game for Sam Smith, the left-hander. Looked real good in the game. Great hitting performances from a number of the Rams. Wyatt Brown, 3 hits, including a home run. 3 hits I mentioned for, let's see, I think I said we had one other player with 3 hits. Well, Lance McKee had a couple of hits.
Wyatt Brown had a great game, including that.
I just mentioned.
Yeah,
it.
including that 2-run blast early in the game.
All right, want to thank you for joining us. Want to thank both coaches, head coaches. We had a chance to talk with each before the game, and very helpful. Want to thank the athletic departments at Central Catholic High School and Nelson High School. The facilities here, these are great facilities at Walker Stadium. Our crew tonight, our producer Ryan Johnson, my broadcast partner Jack McArthur. Jack, final words?
Well, super intriguing game. Interested to see how these two teams end their seasons. But at the end of the day, Rams are looking really good right now, and they have a 9-game win streak. Shout out to Sam Smith. Got the job done with the complete game, as you mentioned.
Well, one thing I overlooked saying, Rams have clinched at least the share of the Mount Hood Conference title. They're 12-1 now, and they have 1 league game left. The Sandy has already lost a couple of times, so they've clinched at least a share of the Mount Hood Conference title. I want to remind you, we're Oregon Sports Beat. You can go to our website, OregonSportsBeat.com, and we have our calendar up. It'll show you what games we're doing, where they're at, what time they start. I want to remind you, tomorrow we're going to be at the Tualatin Rec Center. It's the Oregon Youth Soccer Association tournament. It will be I know we have U16, U17,
I think U18 as well.
and U18 as well. There'll be games all day long. They start at 9:30. The last game is 5. We'll bring you all of those games. So if you want to tune in and catch us for next week, check our calendar out. The playoffs are coming up in softball and baseball, and once we get that squared away, we'll get that up on the calendar. So I'm Dave Hall from Walker Stadium at Lents Park in Mount Hood Conference baseball action. Our final score, the Central Catholic Rams 9, the Nelson Hawks 1. Good night, everybody.